What's up, guys? This is the Word on the Street podcast, where we smoke weed and bring you the latest UFC rumors and speculation, along with predictions. But today we're going to have a very bizarre episode for you. We're going to talk about what is perhaps the most ridiculous and outlandish UFC rumor of all time. You're not going to believe it, but we're actually going to be discussing a theory that's been creeping through the internet. It's been lurking through some of these fight camps even. Some of the fighters even starting to talk about it and get freaked out. We're going to be talking about aliens in the UFC. Specifically, we're going to be talking about the theory that there are alien, reptilian, shape-shifting beings from another dimension or from outer space that have infiltrated the UFC and are now fighting, posing as fighters. I know it's ridiculous. For the longest time, I didn't want to believe it myself. But I'm asking you people to open your minds, blaze a J, smoke a little bowl, and listen to the evidence that's about to be presented to you. I'm also going to have some video. And you're going to be blown away by how many fighters are actually aware of the possible alien reptilian threat. And before I dive into this, I just want to give a quick shout out. Thank you to Eddie Bravo. You're listening to one of his remixes right now. He was cool enough to allow me to use it. I asked him if I could use some of his music. He said, yeah, sure, go for it. Hopefully he's out there listening. Thanks, Eddie. Follow Eddie Bravo on Twitter, everybody. Now, the people on the internet that believe this theory that there are aliens fighting in MMA, they actually call it the MM alien theory. The MM alien theory. All right. Now, one night, I was cruising through some of the David Icke Reptoid message boards on the internet, smoking dope, and I ended up spending 18 hours studying all the research, and the consensus seems to be that aliens actually invented martial arts and taught it to humans back in Asia and whatnot. Now, most people aren't aware of this fact, but the name Jiu-Jitsu literally translates to art of the fighting lizard. Look that shit up. Not only did a superior alien race teach us how to build the pyramids and do sex, they also brought us the technology of the martial arts in order to unite our minds with our bodies. They also gave us marijuana at the same time, and they taught our Bigfoot ancestors how to smoke it before training. This is some deep-ass shit here. And you're asking yourself, why would an alien race capable of traveling the cosmos at light speed give a fuck about fighting on our shit planet in the UFC? Well, have you ever seen the movie Predator? It's sort of like that. These aliens get off on combat, especially with the top fighters of another race. It's a well-known fact that aliens love to start trouble and fuck people up. And Earth has some great fighters, and I guess the word on the Milky Way has gotten out. You understand me? But according to the experts on reptilians, here's how it works. Basically, there's a large martial arts tournament that's been going on for thousands of years throughout our universe. And the prelims, they already took place on other planets like Nibiru and LV-426. The finals are now taking place on Earth at the UFC. And all the major reptilian fighters, they've already worked their way and infiltrated our society, without us even fucking knowing about it. And Eddie Bravo, I love you to death, but with a name like 10 Planet Jiu-Jitsu, you've definitely attracted more than a few lizards to train at your camp, all right? You've probably suspected it for a long time, and now it's time to fucking listen, man. You got lizards in your camp, all right? Now, identifying them, from what I've read on the internet, you can sometimes spot these reptilians because they tend to lick their lips a lot and blink repeatedly. They always have excellent grappling skills and precision striking, above average speed, and they drink blood. That's the dead giveaway. Also, these fighters tend to just appear out of nowhere, all right? They sign up at a gym, and they don't say shit about their past, or they just make up unbelievable backstories. You see that, all right? Good luck finding any background on these sons of bitches. You ever notice there aren't any pictures of Anderson Silva as a kid, all right? It raises the question, could he possibly be a shape-shifting, short-grabbing, illegal, kneeing piece of alien shit? Think about it. It's also pretty fucking obvious that all of the UFC refs are aliens, all right? Just look at these fucking mutants. Big-ass John McCarthy, those two bald motherfuckers, Herb Dean's weird-ass fish eyes, and those Predator dreadlocks. And don't forget that freakish woman-looking thing, Kim What's-Her-Face. They really fucked up that more for shapeshift, whatever the hell they call it. They fucked it up. But If you think the alien theory is just crazy bullfuck, tell it to some of the real human UFC fighters who found out the truth about the aliens, all right? It's caused some of them to lose their fucking sanity, you understand? Diego Sanchez, he can't even sleep at night because he's traumatized by this knowledge. Just look at this video.
Cross-check, seriously. I know, I got you. Diego, cross-check. Get the fuck out of here, I'm serious. Diego. Cross-check, Diego. Diego, I'm with you. The aliens are coming. Diego, line your side phone. Line your side phone. I know, line your side phone. Diego. Line your side phone. Diego, line.
And it's not just Diego Sanchez. You know, John Jones, he can fuck people up like his Bentley, you know what I'm saying? But even he freezes up when you bring up these aliens in the UFC.
What would I do in the event of an alien invasion? I'd probably find my family first and find some shelter and some weapons and hide.
And the word on the street is that George St. Pierre faked his injury because he found out the truth about the reptilian fighters. And he's actually terrified of fucking aliens, all right? This is a fact. Check it out.
Yeah, you know, there's a little known fact about George St. Pierre, and is that, is that he is deathly afraid of aliens. This guy is very scared of being abducted by aliens, so we'd always try to tell a story, have someone come in and say that they were once abducted by aliens to really freak George out. That's one of his big fears. Sorry, George.
You're not kidding, though. This is serious business.
I'm dead serious. Yeah, this is George's biggest fear. He's, you know, probably the best fighter in the world, and he's afraid of aliens, so there you go.
Biggest fear, and I know it's very stupid, and I don't even know why I'm scared of this, but it's being taken by alien. That's my biggest fear. And I know it's totally stupid, but since I'm young, I'm scared of it. And I remember my dad used to tell me all the time, he's like, oh, it's because you're a kid, it's gonna go away with time. Like, now it doesn't go away. I'm always scared of this thing. I'm always in black, dressed like a ninja when I run, so if a spaceship come to get me, I'll be able to run away from them.
Let me just level with the people listening out there, watching out there, and tell you that I, for one, tend to believe in the alien theory because I believe that I've fucking sparred with one before. This was about 2 years ago when I first started teaching UFC moves while I was selling weed on the side at the local gym. There was this big-ass, weird-looking motherfucker that came into our gym one day, and he started throwing people around like piles of piss, just devastating everyone in sparring and grappling sessions. And finally, we all got so fucking sick of it, I just said, look, fuck it. I'll challenge him. And we went 5 fucking rounds before he got me in crack pipe control and submitted me, all right? Bravo style. Right away, I knew something wasn't right. So I was like, look, dudes, this guy's a fucking lizard. Let's get him. We can't have this trash at our school. I don't understand what it is, but let's destroy it. And everyone in the MMA gym, we all jumped in and we dragged this fucking thing to a dumpster behind a Burger King and left it there when it was all said and done. I swear to the sweet baby Jesus, this shit happened. No man on the planet can submit me. Not me. So this thing was obviously not from this fucking planet. You understand me? We never saw that reptoid again. Now, John Jones used to be at the top list of suspects for being an alien. But, you know, with the way he just came out of nowhere, he was knocking people out, mowing people down like it was the premiere of The Dark Knight Rises, you know what I'm saying? But that theory was recently shot to hell and disproven. The community's given up on that since the light pole DUI incident where he got, he was arrested drunk driving. He drove his $500,000 car, his Bentley, into a light pole. It's safe to say that no extraterrestrial being would have made that sort of mistake, that they're a lot smarter about that. I don't think they even need to really drive. They're interdimensional shape-shifting beings. I mean, they could turn into, like... Also on the list of aliens, of these lizard reptilian fighters, are the Nogueira brothers, right? You know when Frank Mir broke off Nog's arm the other fucking month? You think Nog had surgery to repair that? No, he didn't. He just grew another fucking arm. That's the word on the street. Now, I know what all the skeptics are going to be saying. You're going to be saying Dana White would never allow alien fighters in the UFC. Yeah, well, guess what? Well, Dana's clean, don't worry about that. But word on the street is that the owners of Zuffa and the UFC, the Fertitta brothers, the billionaire Fertitta brothers, they are the actual reptilian masterminds is what I'm hearing. They're running the whole fucking show, all right? And they love seeing their aliens become champions. I mean, how else do you turn a failing business like the UFC into a billion-dollar industry? All right? It doesn't happen without some help from the outside. The outer planets, you know what I'm saying? And this information is just the tip of the iceberg here. We've only scratched the surface of the alien theory. But hopefully we've woken some people up out there, and you'll be able to join us in the fight against these reptilian invaders. We're definitely going to follow up and keep track of the story here on the Word on the Street. Be sure to tune into the podcast. Follow us on Twitter or YouTube if you want to hear more ridiculous UFC and MMA rumors. With some influenced. Sorry, not influenced. Forget about that. With some fight predictions and speculations. This is all legit, on the up and up, all right? Word on the Street podcast. Thanks for tuning in. I know it was a weird one. Open your mind.